Hi, everyone. This is Joanne Berg, and I'm just doing an intro to my pet loss first day's interview because I wanted to let you know that the participant, Judy, wanted to reach out and talk about her experience. She is not my client, but she gave her permission to share this video, although it brought back some surprising emotions for her. Just know that I did do an off camera um, interview with her to make sure that she was okay. Thank you. Hi, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Joanne Berg, and I am a certified grief educator and a master's level therapist. I am passionate about helping others in their grief, especially pet loss grief. On this channel, your story is witnessed without judgment. Welcome to my Pet Loss Grief interview series on pet loss support with Joanne. Losing a beloved pet can be one of the most emotionally painful experiences that we face. The first few days often feel overwhelming, unreal, or simply too much. Today, I'm joined by Judy. Hi, Judy.
Hi.
She lost her beloved dog and has graciously agreed to talk about those first few days and what they were like. Now, this is not only to honor her companion, but also to help others who may be grieving right now. So, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me and giving me this opportunity.
Yes, your Zoom is a little bit off kilter, but we will talk anyways and see what happens. So, first of all, I'm very sorry for your loss. But can you tell us a little bit about your beloved dog and what his name was? Just tell me what his name is.
My dog's name was Louie. Louie.
And can you tell me a little bit about him? What you liked about him? What was his personality like?
Well, a lot of people didn't like him because he was pretty snappy, but he wasn't with me.
Well, it shows that he loved you and looked after you very much. And I'm sorry that you're feeling emotional right now. What can I help you with? How can I help? This memory seems to be touching something off for you.
Well, I miss him, and he was very loved.
Yes, I remember Louis, and he was a character, but we all loved him. And he stood guard for you even during your brief illness. And your love was real and definitely returned by Louis. And that's all that matters. Are you able to talk right now, Judy?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you talk about Louis's illness and his last days?
Well, he had diabetes and went blind, and he couldn't couldn't see, and he banged into walls, and was having urinary trouble. And so we took him to the emergency vet.
And how many times did you take the dog to the vet before you realized that it was time?
About twice.
That must have been so, so hard.
Yes, it was. It was very hard.
So, what happened at the emergency?
Well, they said that they would insert a catheter again. And I said, no, it was time. I couldn't do it to him.
I hear that. And I hear that you made a decision that was good for him, but was very, very difficult for you.
Yeah, you get to a point where you have to think about what's good for the dog as opposed to what keeping him alive, and not seeing and giving him injections every day for his diabetes. And it was just very difficult.
Well, I'm sorry. That must have been very hard for you. And I know it was very hard for you. And grief is just so, so messy, even before your pet passes away. To watch your pet deteriorate is almost as hard as the final decision.
Yeah, once the decision is made, it's made, and it's not as hard as making the decision. Once it's made, it's done.
Yeah. Did you feel a sense of relief once you made the decision?
Not really.
Well, I hear that from so many people. Even when you've made that decision and the loss is expected, there's still some form of shock. Can you tell us what those first few hours were like?
Was very sad. I sat with them and they put him to sleep.
I am so sorry. Are you okay to continue?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, honoring him with remembering him with sadness is so, so normal. And it shows that you had a lot of love for this dog, even though he was difficult. He was a character.
yeah. I got him when he was 5 years old because I
Okay.
didn't want a puppy. I wanted an older dog. And he lived till he was 12. And
Wow.
then,
What was
and
he
then
like in his first days with you?
was a little shy. And then he got used, then he was jumping around.
Okay, so he was a joyful dog
Yeah,
when you first got him, and people liked him. It sounds like he wasn't so growly.
yeah, he got growly in his later life.
Well, I seem to
He probably
recall,
had pain. So,
and I also think you told me that you were ill during that time, and it sounds like
yeah,
he was trying to look after you too.
well, he was either, yeah, he probably was. He didn't like all the people around that were helping to care for me. And I was in the hospital too. So he had to stay with the dog walker for a few weeks,
That must have been hard for both of you.
probably.
I'm so sorry for what you went through. Really am. I keep on saying that because I really feel that way. And you, I think it sounds like Louis became a companion animal. That's what a true loving companion animal is, even if they're snarky.
Yeah.
So there are some common reactions. I hear sadness. Did you feel shock after? What were
No,
some of the
mostly
emotions that you felt?
mostly sad, numb and sadness. I guess it's shock and sadness.
And did you feel overwhelmed or with all the emotions twirling around? Because grief can be that way, or it can be just numbness.
More numbness.
Yeah, it's individual to you. And what about your decision making? Were you happy? Well, I don't think the word happy is appropriate, but did you feel that you made the right decision?
Yes, I definitely made the right decision. It
And
was difficult, but I made it and it had to be done.
it sounds like you really put a lot of thought into it and you made the right decision for him,
Yeah.
definitely. And
And
thank,
the
pardon?
vet was very helpful.
That makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That there was someone there to just be
Yes,
there.
we went in the middle of the night and there was someone there and they took him in right away.
That also must have been helpful.
Yeah.
And I know even though someone is there, did you feel all on your own?
Uh,
Because it
no,
can be a lonely time with how you feel it.
no, I felt supported. I went with
Okay.
I went with someone who drove and the vet tech were there.
Okay. Thank you for being so brave to share your emotions and to show us how raw it can sometimes still feel after the fact.
Yeah, it's been a few years now.
Well, it never gets old because grief is something, it's love and it lives inside of you. You know, you learn to manage it, it sounds like, but sometimes you need to feel, and that may be helpful too. Only
Yeah,
you know, and only you know what you need. No one else can tell you.
no,
And what were the things that you missed the most when you first came home? The first couple of days, first few days.
just the routine of the dog, walking the dog, and going to bed with the dog, watching TV with the dog.
Yes, that sounds hard, that empty house feeling.
Yeah.
And that's such a powerful description that you just gave, that everyday absence. Did you find anything that helped you cope during those early days?
Um,
Did you keep his leash or his your phone is checking out on us, Judy.
I, I think it was just, I can't hear you.
Is your audio turned off, Judy?
No,
I don't know why. I'm looking. I have my audio on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, good. Good. Because I don't want people to
Sometimes
miss anything. What? Sometimes it checks out.
my video freezes.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. It is what it is. We're here live.
Okay, it's fine. I hear you. I hear you. I can hear you now
Okay.
and see you.
Okay. That's great. Now, I appreciate you sharing all these experiences and strategies that helped you. But what made you decide to speak publicly about your experience today?
Well, I thought it would be good to share with the holidays coming up.
Yes, that's very true. Holidays and pet loss grief are tough. Tough. There's a lot of expectations also during the holidays to be, quotes, happy. And that's not the case with people who are in grief. And I understand that you also, when we were talking, you told me that you wanted to give some advice to people about, what words of advice that you wanted to give to people.
Well, surround yourself with family and friends and don't be afraid to cry and feel the loss.
Very true. Well, I hear you right now. And grief deserves to be witnessed as many times as it needs. Like you said, you need to be able to, even now, when you talk about Louie, and to talk about Louie as many times as you need. And I understand you yourself are a professional, you're a social worker. And
Yeah, I'm retired now,
yes,
however, but I am a social worker.
you're still a social worker. Once a professional, always a professional.
Yeah,
But even as a professional, I
yeah,
mean, grief doesn't choose who is going to feel. So grief happens to us all. And even
yes, it
though,
does.
we're professionals, we feel that pain and all those feelings. And we can't, it, we need others to help ourselves, as many people do.
Yeah,
Now, today you're giving such a compassionate message to people. And what would you say to someone, what do you wish that you would have had for yourself in those first days? Anything more? Like professional help or?
I guess it would have been good to talk with someone.
Well, I remember you also saying that you didn't want in-depth therapy. That's not what you wanted, but something more short term.
Yeah, just to get me over the hump.
Yeah. And that's what grief educators do. We understand that pattern and that we don't have to go into deep psychotherapy to help someone in those first days. So thank you, Judy, for your honesty and courage today. Your your words will speak to so many, and your emotions will speak to so many who are still reeling from their own loss. And for
Yeah.
anyone watching,
Thank
what,
you, and you're welcome.
well, I appreciate this. You don't know how much I appreciate you sharing with people. And for anyone watching or listening, please subscribe and comment. Remember that your grief is real because your love was real. So be gentle with yourself. And if you'd like further support, I have to put a plug in here, Judy, sorry. If you'd like further support, feel free to reach out through my website, petlossandbereavement.com, or email me at joannebergen1@gmail.com. And I want to just do a check-in with you, Judy, before we leave.
Yeah,
And how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling okay. A little sad, but still okay.
And what can I do for you right now?
Um,
I'm here to listen.
well, listening is very helpful.
What more would you like to say? Or what more
No,
would you like
I
me to
said
hear?
all I can say.
Well,
I hope the people um, think carefully about their pets. And it's all about the animal, not about you.
that's very wise words, but it's hard to do sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. And holiday time is very difficult, but it's not an excuse to do something. Um, you really have to make sure that something that you want to do that's good for the animal, not for you.
Now, that's a really good point, and thank you. I think people need to hear that and not to make rash decisions either. To talk it over with someone.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very important.
Well, Judy, we have to go, but I'd like to talk to you after this interview is over. So we will be speaking off camera.
Okay.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And thank you all for being here today and watching. And I hope a lot of this resonates with you. It sure does with me because I also lost a pet. So thank you all for being here, and I'll see you next time.